Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Well, we've seen history. All right, we've seen history. We got a fighter that's fighting right now that we knew the whole time it was awesome. Now he's officially in the GOAT conversation. This is yet now his era. The last 12 years is his era, right? And that's Terence Bud Crawford with a masterful performance versus Canelo Alvarez, right? Masterful performance. I think the scores were 115, 113, 115, 113, and 116, 112, which was 116, 112. What it had to be, or even worse. 115, 113 was a lot closer, and that fight wasn't that close. I think that the man won at least 8 rounds, right, to 4 against Canelo Alvarez, who Canelo Alvarez looked pretty good his damn self, to be honest. But this just shows that Bud's ridiculous. Bud Crawford is ridiculous, and like Mark Krieger was saying, this fight is just good for all of the people who were talking about you can't promote this guy, he hasn't fought this and he hasn't fought that. And I was telling you guys, Pacquiao stayed away. He looks real smart now, Pacquiao and his team. I ain't fighting Bud Crawford, but if he would have fought Pacquiao when he did, he would have probably been more established. Where you could, because you have to beat a legend. And what Crawford has been telling you guys before, he didn't get a passing of a torch fight. Because them people like, I'm leaving this torch in my pocket. I'd rather burn my pants down before I give this torch to this dude. I ain't going over there because I'm going to get beat up. So he didn't have the opportunity. And so that made casual fans and people that have filled with hate just call it doesn't matter, everybody that he's fighting, not good, right? Like I've been telling you guys, to say a Julius Ndungo or Victor Postal is not a great win. If Felix Diaz, not a great win. Sean Porter, Jeff Horn, Jose Benavidez, and of course culminating in Errol Spence. Those are not ridiculous wins with a lot of distance in there. The guy has been doing ridiculous things the whole time. So that's why he had to go up these 3 weight divisions and outclass Canelo Alvarez, because there's nothing to say unless Canelo ain't good. And we've been saying he's the face of boxing. He's dominating the 168-pound division, which not really, because Benavidez and Morrell were there and he didn't fight him. But okay, Canelo. And he didn't say he can go up to 168 and beat everybody. He said he can beat Canelo. And now he's done it. Awesome. You know what I'm saying? And so this is just a great day for boxing, period, for boxing. Because one of our greats, you cannot deny his greatness. You cannot deny he's the best of this era, and he's one of the best we've ever seen. And that's just awesome to see, and now I'm interested to see what everybody's going to say. Now, speaking of what everybody's going to say, people, listen to your ladies who are not into boxing that much, but just know, they with you, so they got to know a little something. It's 2 things my lady said about what he going to do, what he should do, right? And she didn't watch the whole fight, but what the last 3 or 4 rounds. He just said, well, either he should retire or go and get that $150 million for something, right? If he can't do that, just retire. It can't get no better than this. And the other thing she said was, damn it, why they got boxing on Netflix? Gonna mess around and make it more expensive. Just, get that stuff up off of Netflix and mess up my movies and series and stuff like that. I ain't trying to pay no more money for Netflix. So that was the 2 things your lady gonna say. They gonna say stuff. You gotta listen sometimes. They be giving you these one-liners, and we be all up into it real good, and they just say stuff. Like, really, Terence Crawford can retire now, fight Canelo again, and get more money than Canelo, but all right, or go down and wait for only legacy fights. So then my point, if I were the people at 154 pounds, if I was the people at 160 pounds, I would be calling up the other champions and say, hey, look, let's fight and unify this division so Crawford can give us a call. Because if somebody's at 154 pounds or 160 pounds with all of the belts, you would get a call from Terence Crawford, right? He ain't going to come down there and try to go, I'm going to go fight 4 fights to get all the belts. That ain't what he going to do. And he shouldn't. At this point, the leader the face, the best fighter we have right now, without a doubt, is Terence Bud Crawford, followed by your boy Alexander Usyk. We knew he was going to fight later on too, so let's see what's going down. But anyway, Terence Bud Crawford, congratulations. It's just a good day for boxing, period. We're going to get back to it some more, but Terence Crawford is in the GOAT conversation. Recognize, you should have a long time ago. Dome Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm out of here, y'all.